Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a major decision in the battle over rural maternal health in Connecticut. State officials in Hartford Healthcare reach an agreement over the labor and delivery unit at Windham Hospital. But there are major stipulations to that agreement. We're breaking down what was decided today.
A domestic violence call escalates into a shootout between police and a suspect. We'll explain what happened at the scene in West Haven.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin with the weather tonight. The weekend is here and some rain with it, but it shouldn't be too bad. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for our first look at the forecast. Rachel, looks like we all got some rain to start the weekend.
Sure did, and we still have some rain that is ongoing out there right now. Although you can see over the course of the last few hours, it has started to sink farther south and east. So we're not too far away from drying out here overnight. Still raining pretty good across most of New London County. We've got a few light showers and sprinkles for Coventry, for Chaplin, and here across Durham and Wallingford and Brantford. But I think over the next hour or two, we'll continue to dry out. But even as we do, there will be a lot of low-level moisture. And what that means is we could get stuck with some areas of fog and mist and drizzle right into daybreak tomorrow. Visibility isn't too bad out there right now, but you can certainly see that it's starting to drop. So early tomorrow, we're going to start the day off completely overcast. Again, fog, mist possible. Otherwise, it's a mostly cloudy but mild day with high temperatures climbing into the lower and even middle 50s as we head through the afternoon. Some brightening as we head through the middle of the day. And we're dry heading into tomorrow evening. That changes for Sunday, though, with rain developing, and it could come down heavy at times, especially in the afternoon and evening. We'll take a closer look at that weekend forecast and show you the future radar so you can make plans coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, Connecticut's largest city held a swearing-in ceremony for its newly elected officials tonight, all except for one, the mayor.
The mayor's race is still playing out. A judge ordered a redo of the primary, citing substantial evidence it wasn't a fair election. Fox 61's Jake Garcia was at tonight's ceremony and joins us in studio with what happened. Jake.
Well, Brent and Sarah, it was an interesting night in Bridgeport, to say the least, as 30 elected officials took the oath of office, while the position of mayor remains up in the air, so to speak, as both mayoral candidates who are hoping to secure that seat were in the same room. Bridgeport Mayor Joe Ganim led a procession of the newly elected officials to the front of the council chambers Friday night, where he was the MC of the city's swearing-in ceremony.
With a pledge of allegiance.
Ganim's opponent, John Gomes, also in attendance, saying it's important for him to be there to show support for those who backed him, including those who won their races in November.
Well, I came to support some members that were on my slate, both on the independent line and also when I ran originally, that have now won, and they'll be sworn in today. But also I'm here to talk about democracy. This is a representation of what should happen when democracy is being held correctly.
With Ganim serving as MC for the swearing in, Gomes says the mayor should not be involved.
He should respect the charter, he should respect the bylaws and step aside. And as the charter says, as of today, we don't have a mayor. He's simply a representative and holding the seat for the one that's elected on January 23rd to take place.
But Mayor Ganim said for now he's still the mayor, and for him it's business as usual.
The mayor, I'm still the mayor. There's no seat. It basically was a choice whether we wanted to do a ceremony or not. It isn't necessary. In all these positions, at least under our charter, people hold their positions unless or until someone else's succeeds them. So it's pretty normal.
The mayor's chair remained empty during the ceremony. Another chair also left empty, that of Councilwoman Maria Perea, who was arrested on Election Day in November for allegedly assaulting an elderly woman at a polling location. Following tonight's ceremony, the council president said Maria Perea was not present due to illness and will likely be sworn in on Monday in a private ceremony at City Hall. Another key player in the Bridgeport ballot scandal sworn in tonight, Councilwoman Anita Martinez, who took the stand with Wanda Jeter Pataki, who remains on paid administrative leave. Martinez refused to be interviewed by Fox 61. Now, Fox 61 hoped to get additional answers from Mayor Joe Ganim about Wanda Jeter Pataki's employment and the price tag for the city for hiring an outside investigator. After initially agreeing to an interview after the ceremony, Mayor Ganim left out the back door of the council chambers without taking our questions. In studio, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Jake, thank you. And new at 10 tonight, health officials have issued a final decision in the fight over Windham Hospital's shuttered maternity unit. The Connecticut Office of Health Strategy and Windham Hospital have reached a settlement to close the hospital's labor and delivery unit so long as the hospital studies the need for and the feasibility of a birthing center there. As part of the settlement, the Office of Health Strategy says, if needed, Windham Hospital must agree to open and operate one. The hospital would either have to operate it themselves through a non-hospital affiliate or find an alternative provider.
A former Fairfield town official has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for illegally dumping contaminated materials on town property. Back in August, former Fairfield Public Works Superintendent Scott Bartlett pleaded guilty to environmental crimes and conspiring with others to defraud the town. After a lengthy investigation, Bartlett and 6 others were arrested for corrupt and illegal dumping. Bartlett is also required to make restitution payments of $1 million to the town of Fairfield for the harm caused.
Developing tonight, a man is dead in West Haven after shooting and injuring a police officer. This all happening when police responded to a domestic violence call earlier this morning. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane has the details from West Haven.
Police say a domestic violence complaint turned deadly here at an apartment on Terrence Avenue in West Haven. West Haven police say they were responding to a domestic violence call when a man pulled out a gun and shot a police officer. That's when another officer on scene shot the man. West Haven police say the man was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The officer was shot in the leg and was also taken to the hospital. This all happening right before 2 o'clock this morning. Some neighbors in the area say they woke up when they heard those gunshots fired. Others woke up to caution tape around their neighborhood.
It's very quiet. We don't really get like shootings or anything around there. There's nothing like that usually. Everyone like keeps to themselves and stuff.
This is the 11th officer-involved shooting so far this year, compared to 3 officer-involved shootings in 2022. State police and the Inspector General's office are now handling the investigation. We'll keep you updated with all information on air, online, and on Fox 61 Plus as we continue to learn more. In West Haven, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Officials make an arrest in connection to a deadly boating crash in Portland from last summer. Carrie Sheltra is facing manslaughter and assault charges. Police say Sheltra was driving a boat with 7 passengers in the Connecticut River when it crashed. 1 person on board died. All the other passengers were injured, including 2 children. Sheltra was released on $50,000 bond and is due back in court next week.
Norwalk police are looking to identify 2 burglary suspects who hit several cars last month. Police sharing these photos of the 2 suspects that they say broke into several cars on Muller Avenue back on November 8th. Police say the suspects then used the identifications of the car owners to cash more than $30,000 in fraudulent checks. Anyone who recognizes these individuals should call police.
An investigation tonight into a crash in Tylerville that sent a person to the hospital. Investigators are trying to determine if black ice is to blame here. Fire crews responded to the crash on Saybrook Road this morning. They say a driver heading north hit a guardrail and rock ledge before coming to a stop in the middle of the road.
And Hartford police are investigating a shooting that sent a man to the hospital. It happened on Wilson Street shortly after 7:30 this morning. Police say the man in his 50s walked into a hospital on his own with a gunshot wound. He is expected to be okay. Anyone with any information on what happened should call police.
We're learning new details to breaking news we brought you last night about 2 children who were hit by a car in Waterbury. We now know the ages of those 2 kids. They're 7 and 9. Police say the 2 were hit at the Chase Park house on Sunnyside Avenue last night. They were sent to the hospital and are expected to be okay. The driver of the car stayed on scene and is cooperating with police.
Southington police are accusing 2 people of animal cruelty. Police say Maurice McElrath shot a 7-year-old pit bull in August. His friend, Karen Lynn Gatling, is a member of the family who reported the incident. According to police, Gatling refused to say McElrath shot the dog, but they figured that out after an investigation. They also say Gatling knew the dog was dying, but did not call for help. We have much more coming up here on the news at 10. For the 6th time in American history, a United States congressman is kicked out of office. We're hearing reaction from Capitol Hill tonight as George Santos is ousted.
The first woman on the Supreme Court, Sandra Day O'Connor, has passed away. And tonight, a look at the life and legacy she leaves behind on the bench.
Plus, the temporary ceasefire between Israel and Hamas ends. How leaders around the world are scrambling tonight to negotiate another pause in the fighting.
And as one round of rain moves out, we've got another one following on its heels for Sunday. Your full forecast coming up.